Neighbors, it's Saber from the Neighborhood coming back at you with another video. Today we are reviewing what I would say are what we think the best attacks are at Town Hall 13 here at the Neighborhood. A lot of people have been asking us, hey, what should we use? What works for you guys? So we're going to go through that and show you guys 4 different attacks today, and I'll try and get you in and out under 10 minutes, so real convenient for your life. So here we go. First we got 2 chains using the Yeti Smash. Yeti Smash is a really popular attack. I'm sure you've seen it on some channels like, Clash with Eric had it up a couple weeks ago, and it's really powerful with this quad quake variation. Some people are using the quad quake jump. Chain likes to throw in the Warden walk as well, so that's been pretty effective for him. I'm going to put it up to 2 times. He's going to use the Warden and on the top end and the King and a Wizard on the bottom end to make the funnel here. The one thing that he's doing a little bit differently is he's doing kind of a wall break entry, which is a little bit riskier because he's had some fails with it. It hasn't worked every time. And you do have to be smart because you can't really tell where that splash damage is going to be when the Wizard Tower is coming down there in that case. But it does work out for him really well in this case. Once that quake value gets open more than 4 compartments, you're really dealing with something fantastic. And the Yetimites at level 3, as he has them, are really strong. I mean, as you just saw there, all of those Yetimites just absolutely massacred several defenses. And the Royal Champ sort of come up the sideline there and take care of business. And he still has so many Yetis left and a back-end slammer. This attack is really, really strong. And this was a pretty strong Town Hall 13 base. I wouldn't say it was completely maxed out, but it did have a lot of defenses done. It had a couple of the Inferno Towers done, several of the levels on the Town Hall done as well, and he had the Eagle upgraded, so and as you can see there's a bunch of walls done there as well. So this was not like a completely premature Town Hall 12. This is a decently well developed Town Hall 13, one of the better developed Town Hall 13s that we've seen so far in the couple days since the update, other than the people that flat out gem. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but not everyone has that luxury. So that's the Yeti Smash attack, and it's really strong, and I suggest you check it out. Next on this order of business today, we got Pointlessness, and Pointlessness is going to come in with an old classic. Some things that worked at Town Hall 12 still work at Town Hall 13, and here we have the Pekka Bat attack. Point is going to use a pretty nice funnel here. He's going to use a Pekka and a King down here on the 6 o'clock end, and a little bit more funneling troops here at the 9 o'clock end, and then he's going to march his Wall Wrecker basically right towards the Town Hall from this gold storage here that I'm clicking on. You can see the little lines on the map. So Pekka's going to walk down. King's making the other side of the funnel, and you're going to see his funnel start on the top right as well. I'm going to speed it up just to 2 times. Starts with a balloon to cover his Baby Dragon. Baby Dragon goes to take care of the storage, but it gets absolutely mobbed by all of those air skeletons. Doesn't quite do the job, but the funnel's still pretty strong. Does end up losing a Pekka because of it. And what you're going to see is they just basically go straight down in the center there, getting a lot of value. The Wrecker makes it really deep. You can also see them kind of moving over the jump spell there. And then he has the bats lined up right on the scatter shot and the Eagle Artillery, and there's really not much this base can do. Nicely as well, the Warden caught some of the bats there. Now here's where he gets in trouble. They do fall into the tornado trap. But as you can see, at this point, there's nothing left on this base. There's a couple extra Teslas, but look what he has left. I mean, the Queen's still standing. She has her ability. 3 Pekkas, a couple of bowlers kind of bouncing around there, and almost 4 healers, maybe 5 there, and a Yeti as well. So this was maybe a variation Pekka Bat, but he did have a couple Yetis in there as well. And you can see those Yetimites, as we mentioned in that first attack, they're really strong right now. And while bases aren't so developed, really take advantage of those max troops. So the third attack strategy that I'm going to showcase here today isn't anything particularly special, nor is the base. This is a really common internet layout, but here's 2 chains again with his mini account. He's going to use these Massie Drags, and the reason why I'm even showing this is I just want to showcase the raw power that these Massie Drags have. They're really strong right now with people having the Town Hall 12 air defenses, and so this is a really simple strategy. It's a common internet base. I mean, I ran this base at a time when I was at Town Hall 11, and obviously it's been edited on and on and on as every Town Hall goes up, but it's a pretty simple strat. You basically take the King, you funnel one end, you take out an air defense, you take the Queen, she funnels the other end, gets out an air defense, and then you send in all of your E-Drags right down the core. So I'm going to speed this up to 4 times and just show you guys how much raw power these E-Drags can absolutely inflict on this base. So here is the drop point, should be any second now. The Queen pops her ability, takes down the Royal Champ. Kings does a little more damage. That funnel is pretty clear. Drops all the loons out in front and to do like coconut damage basically, and protect those dragons. Warden ability over the Town Hall. And as you can see, the chain value is just really absurd, and the Royal Champ on the back end, he still has, what, 3 E-Drags roughly? Although one of them's going to take a mine here any second now. 3 E-Drags and 2 balloons at one point standing, plus 2 heroes at the end of the raid. Almost 100 troop space and 2 heroes still standing. These troops really are strong at this point, those max loons and those max E-Drags. So definitely check them out as well, especially if you're dealing with weak air defenses. Now the final attack we're going to look at here is with Q-Dog, and this one's I'm not going to speed up at all, because Q-Dog does a pretty cool version of a loon, and Queen Charged Lalo is a really strong attack across all Town Halls. It's something if you can learn it at like a lower Town Hall, like Town Hall 9 or 10, can really benefit you long term. Q likes to do it with a jump spell, but you could also do it with like kind of freeze spells and wall breakers to kind of emphasize that queen entry. But one of the things that Q likes to do is he uses that jump spell to kind of access deeper layers. And what you'll see here is he uses the jump spell to be able to access all 4 expos, the Inferno Tower over here, the Eagle Artillery, and a lot of things. He does wall break through the first layer, though. And one of the things that really helps in Lalos in general, if you've watched, for example, like Lexinos Gaming, he talks about how the channel here on the left, where there is nothing in it, it's just that empty wall channel, it does sort of force the queen into going a certain way. And you also notice how Q dropped his jump spell. I don't believe it's actually touching this segment of walls closest to the Inferno. So he kind of was trying to direct his queen towards that center. He doesn't want her working her way out over there. He wants her going in. So that was a really nice deployment and drop of that jump spell. She's going to deal with the CC here. A couple of the witches end up outside of the poison, so there's a little bit of a hiccup there. He's going to drop the Royal Champ down here at 6 to sort of clear out this Archer Tower, the Warden, and the Wizard Tower here, just to make sure the pathing on his Lalo is a little bit cleaner. And then he's going to start his Lalo from up here around this top edge, like the 10 o'clock on the base, and just sort of work from there clockwise around. So as we wait for that to start, the healers move on to the Royal Champ, and here comes the Slammer, and any second now the first Lava Hound. His second Lava Hound is going to come from basically a very deeper angle, I would say. It's going to start below, as you can see, below the 9 o'clock side there, and it does pull a couple of Seeking Air Mines there, which is good, saves a couple of balloons. Free spell over the Scatter Shot and the air defense there. Balloons are moving through the base. The second group of balloons comes in here at the top, and they're moving through as well. We did predict where this Tesla farm is, which was pretty cool. We've gotten pretty good at that over the years, but, you know, hey, what you gonna do, right? So he does pop the ability here, and as you can see, there's just so many balloons left. This is absolute overkill, and it's a perfectly timed ability with that little level 45 Warden, and there's so many balloons left. I mean, we're talking, you know, he brought, I think, 24 and maybe 8 in the Stone Slammer as well. And so 32 total. I mean, if we're ballparking, at least 18 or 20 of them are still standing. So that means he only lost 12 balloons for the entire raid. That's really quite magnificent. I mean, to be blunt, right? He absolutely overkilled this base. So shout out to Q there. We always do like watching his Laloons. He's definitely the best Laloon guy that we have at the HOD right now. But seriously, think about considering checking out Laloon, because if you look at this, right, these balloons are much stronger than the Town Hall 12 air defenses, and a lot of people don't have the Town Hall 13 air defenses done yet. So that means that this Lalo attack, Queen Charge Lalo, has always been strong, but it's especially strong now that a lot of bases are sort of underdeveloped. So if you're looking to triple these young Town Hall 13s, and maybe they've done their Eagle Artillery, and maybe they've done a couple Scatter Shots or an Inferno Tower, but if they haven't done those air defenses, you should be thinking Queen Charge Lalo and maybe Massie Drag. So that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys learned a little bit. If you have any questions, or if you feel like you could, you know, be interested in like joining our clan or anything like that, feel free to check out the Discord link in the description. And if you join, our recruiters will get you set up. Thank you very much for watching today. Remember to like and subscribe. It does help grow the channel. And as always, this is Saber from the Neighborhood signing off. Have a great day.